Hi, good morning, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. I'm Kristin Omdahl, and this is episode 609. We're here live in Southwest Florida in my beautiful tropical backyard. If you are joining me live, please say hello. Ask me any questions you might have. Share what you're working on today. I know everybody in our really friendly community would love to hear. I'm going to need my glasses this morning. Been working with my glasses already this morning, and you know how that goes. Hi, Judy. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Julie. Good morning, Lisa. Hi, Joe, Patricia, Judy. Hi, Melissa. Good morning, Grace. Hi, Naomi and Patricia, Constance, Irene, Grace, Oscar, Thea, Josie, Joe, Melissa. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Thea. Hi, Val. Hi, Nora Sue and Sharon, Lorraine, Carrie Mate, Jackie. Hi, Rita. Hi, Kim. What day is it? Wednesday? Hi, Christine and Lisa. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy hump day. Hi, Kathy. Got lots of fun stuff to share with you today. A little bit of a tease sneak peek, too, but that's okay. Joyce, Judy, Joan, Lisa. Yeah, lots of fun stuff to talk about today. My neighbor is mowing his lawn this morning, so it sounds like he's trimming now and is done mowing, but hopefully, because it was really loud as of 2 minutes ago, so we'll see. It's out of our control, so we'll just do the best we can, right? Thank you, Naomi. This is one of my Amazon basic sundresses that I added crochet sleeves to. The pattern for the sleeves is called the Demi description already. I'm also wearing the Kelly earrings, which is a really fun and super quick and easy, crochet pattern. Also available on my website and as a video tutorial. Hi, Jane and Petra. Hi, William. Good morning, Diane. I think he's trimming right at my fence line. Sorry if that's bothering anybody. He should be done soon. Hi, Jane. Yep, he's loud. Hi, Donna. Hi, Margaret. It's super hot and steamy too. I have makeup and powder on and I'm already shiny after what, 2 minutes? What does that tell you? Well, thanks so much everybody for joining me live this morning. I'm Kristin Omdahl. This is Create, Share, Inspire podcast episode 609 and we're here live in Southwest Florida in my beautiful tropical backyard. Live, meaning anything can happen. We have birds here all the time and I guess today we have someone mowing their backyard, but that's okay. Thanks, Josie. Oh, bummer, Grace is buffering. Hopefully that clears up soon. So we talked recently about some new colors coming for Be So Baby yarn, and as of yesterday, we had 38 gorgeous colors for Be So Baby yarn. And here are those colors here. I'll try to figure out how to get these. Maybe going this way will work. Can I get them all on there? No. All right, we'll figure something out when we talk about them. But in an effort to really balance out the color palette, I keep working on figuring out what colors are missing or what would be fun additions. And so in this last go around, last reorder, so anything that you were on a wait list for that was out of stock has now been restocked. So all of the colors that were sold out are back in stock now. If you were on the wait list, you should have received an email for those yesterday. And then I have 5 new colors today to show you. 4 are something different we haven't done in Be So Baby yarn before. Variegated. So I did 4 new variegated colors for a couple of reasons. First of all, they coordinate with the solids. And second of all, if you want a Zen project and don't want to do color work or anything, there's nothing quite like having the yarn do the work for you. So these are our 4 new variegated colors, and I'll show you with the board how they coordinate with the other solids. And we have 1 new solid color. This is called Mykonos blue, and I'll show you where it compares with the other blues on the color spectrum. Periwinkle, white, and some pretty warm goldy yellow. And then this is called Under the Sea. This goes from lime, actually I should say it in the names. These are Be So Baby yarn. So this matches with indigo and lime and splash. So if you wanted to do like an Afghan in any one of these and then use one of the solids for a ruffle border, or even just stick with variegated for the whole project. Either way, but there's colors to coordinate with all of these. This is called Seaside Siesta. Isn't that just the most peaceful palette? Reminds me of a nap at the beach. And this has snowflake and periwinkle and aquamarine. And then this one I think is my favorite. It's hard to say because I really am excited about all of them. But this one reminds me of some of the Lily Pulitzer prints and some of those Lily Pulitzer dresses that I have. I'm calling this one Birthday Cake because it really couldn't be more festive than an adorable birthday cake. But it also, like I said, reminds me of one of my favorite print designers, Lily Pulitzer. So this one matches with Princess and Buttercup and Turquoise. Is there more in there? I think it's those three colors. Yeah. So personally, I'm thinking about doing a top in that Delta flower stitch petal up here, and then maybe going to a solid color, or maybe doing the whole top in Delta flower stitch to make giant flowers with this. But oh, these are all colors that would be great for baby blankets, Thea. Yes. You could even just make one giant granny square. Make a granny square blanket. Just start like this and just keep growing and make it bigger. What a Zen project. You could make them up in advance so that you always have them ready to go when someone has a baby. Or you could just have the yarn on hand for whenever someone's having a baby. So Be So Baby yarn is still on sale for $3.99 a ball, but I have something really special going on behind the scenes today, and I can't tell you about it till tomorrow. So I thought the only way to not be a total tease is to do something to celebrate with you. So I'm doing a flash sale for today only. You can pick any of the 43 colors of Be So Baby yarn and order a bag of 10 of any of them at an even additional discount price. So the balls of yarn are $3.99 each, which is still on sale and still a great value. But if you order a bag of 10, they are $31.99 for a bag of 10. And I have posted a link to that sale listing in the video description already, and that's for today only, and only because I'm celebrating something super duper exciting that I can't tell you about just yet. So the only way to get you guys involved in how excited I am is to do something crazy. So we're going to do a flash sale for today only, so you can check that out after the show. And let's see if we can get this board up here completely on camera. I may have to move the camera around a little bit too. Oh yeah, I could move the camera around. I know, still a tease, but I'm trying. There, can you see all the colors on there now? Yeah, I think you can see all the colors on the board now. Dang it. Let's see, let's try to push something in front too. There, maybe that'll stay. You can see all of them now? Okay, so I already organized this board by color. So we've got our cool neutrals here, snowflake, silver lavender, platinum, charcoal, and black. And then we have our warm neutrals from Ecru, buttercup, sandcastle, gold, and chocolate. And then here we have our greens. We have mint, chartreuse, no, mint, lime, chartreuse, dark sage, olive, forest green, and clover. Then here we have our blues. We have turquoise, aquamarine, splash, peacock teal, cobalt blue, and navy. Then here we have our purples, and some of the blues and purples kind of work out to be in the same family, and that's why I've put Prince over here, because Prince is like a dustier blue, and it really does work so well in the purple family. So we've got Prince, lilac, periwinkle, indigo, orchid, violet, and eggplant. And then in the pink to red, we have blush, peach, princess, salmon, coral, diva, cherry, and burgundy. I did not know if I was going to get through all that on one try. I did. Yay me. So now I wanted to show you where the new colors fit in. So The new color Mykonos blue, this color reminds me of the blue and white tile work you see in Greece. I've never been to Greece, but you know I love tile work and I love studying other tile work in other cultures and architecture. It's one of my color inspirations for sure. And this color is a little softer than cobalt blue, and you can see them side by side. It's a little bit softer. I could just see making, actually either one of them would do beautifully, but I could just see making a top to wear with white jeans. Wouldn't that just be so crisp for summer? I have such an inspiration from the Greek tile work that's blue and white from this one, but honestly, side by side, they're actually really beautiful. And wouldn't they make beautiful color work with white as well? Doing motifs in the 3 colors, it might be really pretty. Oh, you could make something that looks gingham with those 3 colors too. All right, so we'll need to adjust to add this one on the board now. So we've added another blue shade. They're similar, but they definitely are different. So cobalt is an electric blue, but a deep electric blue, and Mykonos blue is definitely a little bit softer, but still holds quite a punch. It's still a bold color. So we'll put Mykonos where we had cobalt. We'll move navy down, and we will add cobalt in there. What do you guys think of Mykonos? Do you like it? Actually really looks beautiful. It looks like it fits in the palette really well. Okay, so then next up, let's see if I can get more stuff out of the way too. All right, what's next? Okay, so here is I said I was going to remember the colors. I started reading something a lot. This is birthday cake, and I want to pull the colors that it goes with. I mean, these are like spot on. You could add colors that are contrast too, no problem. But I'm going to pull turquoise and princess and buttercup just to show you the colors that actually legit match. Not to say that you couldn't pull any colors from here and make something really special. Even adding white or a contrast color. But here with birthday cake, you can see that it is an actual match for turquoise and princess and buttercup. Try to get that closer. You can see close-up photos of all of these on my website too. Trying to do that. The camera's on an angle now to show you the board. Okay, that's pretty good. Did everybody get a good view? Do we need to do something different? There we go. How's that? Can you see that how well those all match now? Thanks, Joe. I love the new blue too. I love the inspiration behind it as well. Okay, so we'll put these back. Ooh, is it steamy? All right, it looks like I have space for putting my variegateds up here. So we're done with that one. That is birthday cake, and it is a perfect match for buttercup, princess, and turquoise. Not to say that there aren't lots of colors that would be beautiful contrast for it as well. Then the next one is Seaside Siesta. And this one is a perfect match for snowflake, aquamarine, and periwinkle. But not to say that lilac and print wouldn't be beautiful with it too. Like we could even just, if we pulled these two as well, these two would be really close with Seaside Siesta as well. But you can see that these are perfect matches. Why is this so hard today? I don't know why. So hopefully you can see. So that's periwinkle, aquamarine, and snowflake. Perfect matches for Seaside Siesta. Not to say, like I said, there are plenty of other colors on here that would work as close matches or even to do pop of contrast colors. Lots of different ways to do that. So we'll put this one up. And then the next one I want to show you is Under the Sea. And so maybe not exact perfect matches, but there's a couple colors here that are very close. So I want to show them to you. And then from there, I think that this would be a great gardener. Is, you know what, left is right, Sandy? We do this show at 9 o'clock every single day. I've never, but still weird, but sorry, nothing I can do about it. All right, so here is Under the Sea with the new color, Mykonos blue. Here it is with indigo. I think it's somewhere in between those two, and I think both of those would be quite nice with it as a ruffled border. And then here's lime. The green in Under the Sea is a little brighter, a little more neon, but I do think it still looks nice with that. Oh, I know you're not, Sandy. And then I think you could go with mint, or you could try turquoise, or you could even go with, even the aquamarine would be pretty with it. Aquamarine, and then obviously white would be beautiful. But even going into the more purple side of the blue in there, the periwinkle looks pretty too. So even if you wanted to do a striped blanket with all of these, all of those colors are pretty. Okay, and then the final variegated doesn't have a ton of matchy colors in it, but I felt like it had colors that are nice and bold, that aren't in the palette, that coordinate well with some of the colors that aren't as bold in the palette. So this has a magenta that we don't have a solid color for, and a marigold color that we don't have a solid color for, but it does match perfectly with snowflake and periwinkle, and I thought that was really, really pretty together. It's beautiful on its own too. It's very festive. Reminds me of some of the masks you would see in Mardi Gras, and if you wanted to coordinate for ruffles or stripes or something, you could go with these two colors that are also part of the palette. I even think Prince and Lilac might work. And I think you could even go into indigo if you wanted to do something more of a contrast. So check this out as far as doing stripes. All of those colors actually look really pretty with Mardi Gras. Hopefully. So even though like the lilac isn't a spot-on match with the magenta in there, I think that overall that's actually a really beautiful. The yellow that I have is softer than this one, but it also would be pretty with it for sure. Like I said, things don't always have to be spot-on matchy-matchy. This looks pretty too. I just wanted to point out to you which things were totally matchy-matchy and which ones were close, because, you know, to look at a computer screen and photos, or even to have me show you things here live on video, it's not 100% the same as seeing in real life, right? So the more I can show you comparisons and contrasts, I think the better I can explain to you what the colors look like. So I showed you what the new colors look like worked up into granny squares, but I thought you might like to see the colors. These balls are a little tiny bit messy because these are the ones I made the swatches out of. So this is Birthday Cake. This is Under the Sea. They're so pretty. They'd be pretty as stripes together too, wouldn't they? Seaside Siesta and Mardi Gras. They could wear them as a motif. They'd be great for motifs, yes. I'm excited to do something with Delta stitches personally, but yes, I think that that's a great idea too. So I'm going to set these all back up so you can see them next to the different color families. I think that that will be helpful too. Sometimes close-up seeing things is good, and sometimes from a distance it helps to see things at a glance too. I think certain color families and certain combinations will speak to you when you see it at a glance as well. So let me get these back up, and then I will try to give you a better view. Oh my goodness, I think this is the most humid day we've had so far this year. Okay. I'm excited to do some new color palette photos for you now too. Okay, now if anybody wants to make a request to see anything, I'd be happy to do that. And I'll try to bring this up close. I know, Sandy, I feel like I'm getting my stretches in. I feel like I'm out of breath even. It's so humid. The air is so thick here this morning. I'm sweating like crazy. Yeah, and the thing about Delta Stitch, hey, you want me to just make one real quick? Let me show you why I'm so excited about the Delta Stitch. I think because of the striping effect. Would Diva go with Mardi Gras? It's not a match, but yes, I think it would be fun. It's not a match, but it's fun. I think Orchid, oh my gosh, you know what? I think I was totally wrong. I think Orchid actually does match this. And holy cow. See, sometimes you just have to keep playing. You guys, Orchid does match it. Oh my gosh. See, I was told, I've been working so hard getting this stuff unboxed and labeled and getting the sales put up and preparing for my fancy thing, not fancy thing, exciting thing later today, that I didn't actually put it next to everything. So thanks to whoever just said that, yes, there it is. It's perfect. And again, it works with all those other colors we talked about too. Okay. See? Okay, so we'll get them back up now. And I'm gonna do a really quick Delta Stitch tutorial so I can show you how these short color stripes on variegated yarn actually end up making really beautiful clusters of color for a variegated. And it is what I am super excited about doing with birthday cake to make myself a summer top. Look at how sweaty. I literally blow dried my hair this morning and curled it. Can you tell? Ah, gotta love it. That's the tropics for you. Yeah, I know. I have water here already. I have another sip. I'm in the shade, guys. In the shade. Sweating like I'm running down the street. As I'm sitting. Okay, so it's a very quick tutorial. You know what, Christine? If I did a fan, it would be loud and then it would affect sound, so I won't do that. All right, I have tutorials for Delta Stitch in videos here on my YouTube channel, and I have patterns with it, with charts and written instructions, so don't worry if you don't really understand what I'm doing right now. I am doing this to show you what it's going to look like, not to teach you how to do it, because I have way better videos with overhead shots. So don't fret if this looks crazy or doesn't make sense because it's backwards. Just remember that if you want to learn it, I have lots of other places to see it right now. Just search Delta Stitch. You can search Delta Stitch on my website or on my YouTube channel and a bunch of stuff will pop up. I've done a beautiful hat in this stitch pattern. Still haven't done a shawl in it. I did a dress in it years ago and never wrote the pattern, so it's definitely on my list of things to do again. Just want to get a little strip of the foundation row of petals done, and then I can show you some of the flowers. Almost there. I think we've done enough to make a demonstration now. Okay, so when you're doing a startup row, you do a single, 3 double treble cluster, and then and these words will mean more sense if you've done this before, and they'll mean more sense if you go back and watch any of these tutorial videos or read any of these patterns with charts. Then the next row starts with a double 3 double treble cluster. They're kind of a tongue twister to say. I think you're going to see what I'm excited about when you see how this looks as a petal stitch. think I might even go longer than double treble. That's what's been on my mind lately, is to really push the envelope of this particular stitch pattern and make longer stitches. So you know how a double treble, the discount is only on same color, Sabrina. If you want individual balls of Be So Baby yarn, they're still on sale, but they are in a different listing. If you want bags of 10, it's for same color. So so we did single 3 double treble clusters for the bottom row. We did a double 3 double treble cluster for the beginning of the second row, and then we're going to do a triple 3 double treble cluster. I know it sounds scary, but trust me, when you watch the tutorial videos or read the patterns on how to do this with detailed charts, that will make more sense. This is my first time seeing one of the variegated colors in this stitch, which has been a vision of mine since ordering them, so I'm really excited to show this to you because I've actually never seen it yet either. But I have this thought in my head that it's going to be gorgeous, and I just can't wait to show it to you live the same time I'm seeing it for the first time. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that great? Look at how the petals are so bright and colorful, and with the short color striping of a variegated yarn, it actually works for the stripes of the length of the double trebles. Keep going here. I think it'll take the third row before you can actually see the whole 6 petal flowers. So we'll just keep going for a minute. Well, Nora Sue, I practiced so much. If you practiced a lot, you'd be faster too. It's just a matter of the time you put in, that's it. Everybody gets better at whatever they practice at. Doesn't matter what it is. It's a hard and fast rule, in my opinion. A song with Argentina, Don't Cry for Me, Argentina, is that what you mean? Yeah, little girl dresses would be adorable with this too. Baby clothes, yeah, so bright and cheerful. Yes, I could play Don't Cry for Me, Argentina on piano. I don't have the sheet music right now, but as you know, I try to learn new songs when I do the game to make it a game and a challenge for both of us, or all of us. I know everybody enjoys the game on the guessing end, but I really challenged myself to try to learn new songs for it as well. Here's more of our second row. We'll do a third row too so that you can see all 6 petals. Yeah, it's really turning out beautiful. And any of these colors, any of the solids would be pretty doing this, and any of the variegateds would be pretty doing this. And you could still put a border around this in another color if you wanted to, or not. There's no wrong way to combine colors, right? You go by your passion, what colors speak to you. Sometimes a solid color speaks to you. Sometimes it's contrasts that speak to you. And for anybody who is not confident about color, I highly recommend getting a color wheel. I know that years ago I used to not be very confident with my color choices. You know, sometimes it's because of a criticism from somebody along the way. You know, before we learned other people's opinions of us are none of our business, right? So I used to think that I didn't make good color choices. And then one day I said, you know, well, if that's the case, then I guess you better learn it. And so I bought a color wheel and I started studying color, and I was like, well, first of all, there's rules, so it's good to learn the rules. But once you learn the rules, one of the best parts about learning rules is how and when to break them, and then it's experience after that, and still listening to your heart and listening to your gut. Okay, our second row is done. How beautiful are they, right? So we'll do a quick third row so we can get a complete 6 petal flower shown. You notice how fast this is too? Wouldn't this make great last minute scarves or cowls? Have your Abby wrap. Can I leave the holder picture? I'm not sure what you're asking about. I'm sorry. To make a beautiful cowl or a scarf, and I've already done a tutorial and video for a hat in this stitch. This would be beautiful for a hat. And a blanket, for sure. No question would that be a beautiful blanket or a throw or a shawl, scarf, whatever. What about the tab on the front of the Abby wrap? I didn't catch the question really. I didn't grasp the question at all. Something about that tab, but I don't understand what she asked. Can you do it without it? Is that what you mean? If that's the case, yes, you could definitely do it without it. Yes, you can definitely leave it off, sure. I only added it because I thought it was a fun way to have options that you could secure it with that tab. But if you just want a regular rectangular wrap, you could totally leave it off. And because that is a two-dimensional pattern, you could use that pattern to make an afghan or a scarf. It doesn't necessarily have to be that particular size of a rectangle. It could be a different size of rectangle. Two-dimensional patterns are incredibly easy to manipulate into other projects because there's no shaping. You really just have to figure out how many stitches to start with and how many rows to end to create any shape rectangle from any rectangle pattern, assuming that the stitch pattern is written even, you know, not a diagonal or something. Then it gets a little more complicated. Whoa, shoot. I dropped all 9 of my loops. I'm going to have to start that stitch. I'm going to have to end that stitch over. I don't have to start it over. Ooh, how you like that? Did you see that fix? Was it on camera? Okay, I got to fix the 9th leg, that's all. Not bad. That's a pretty decent save. Okay, we'll do that again. Thank you, Sandy. I know anybody that's done a triple, three double treble cluster knows exactly what I'm talking about. Making a mistake on that last yarn over pull through 9, you know it's not, it's hit or miss whether or not you can salvage it or not. So very pleased with myself that I was able to save that one. Okay, we're on our last stitch here. Yes, this would make a beautiful vest too. Now I will say this fabric is pretty thick with the 3. You might want to do this in one portion of the vest and then switch to another stitch pattern in part of the vest, or make them shorter stitches for the top and then go into a stitch twice as long as this for the bottom. Some of you may never have done stitches that are significantly longer than a double treble before, but you know what? Why don't I show you on the next row? If you can yarn over your hook, you can make any height stitch, right? If you started at a double crochet, yarn over once, and you worked your way up to treble, yarn over twice, and you worked your way up to double treble, yarn over 3 times, you realize you could do yarn over 5 times or yarn over 7 times. Any of that stuff is doable. It's just adding another skill to the skills you already have. Look at, we have our 6-petal flowers. How cute are they? Now imagine this at, see, you can see the contrast from my skin now. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that a super feminine, and I don't know, just cheerful stitch pattern? I love the fact that it makes these flowers. So now to do a longer stitch, I think that if I were designing something in a super long stitch for really large Delta flower petals, I would probably do something in a thinner yarn because I feel like I might be able to wrangle them better, but I'm going to try this live on the air just for the heck of it. So we did a chain 5 to do a double treble stitch, which was yarn over 3 times. So what do you say we do yarn over 5 times with a chain 7? So let's just do one row of that so you can see. 5, 6, 7, and what did I say? 3, that'll be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's the same stitch that we just did, but it's with yarn over pull through 2 more times. yarn 2, 3, 4, 5. So just like with anything else, once you learn one thing in crochet, you can, most of the time, unless it's some of the other techniques like Tunisian or hairpin lace, most of the time we're building on our skills as we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now that if you already know how to do the delta stitch with the double treble, you could actually try this after the show today. Just incorporate a yarn over 5 times and see what you think. Or even just try this stitch. Now that if you're already familiar with longer stitches, see how far down you can go and still feel how far up you can go and still feel comfortable. So there's our longer stitch. That wasn't so hard, was it? Oh, and look at how much bigger that flower is going to be. There's half. Okay, so there's our whole flower here, using that as the halfway mark. This is almost as long as this one, so these flowers would be twice as big. And that's what I used as yoke shaping when I made a dress out of this before. I started with a double crochet height of double treble stitches for the yoke, then went to treble, then went to double treble, and then went to one of these much larger stitches for the skirt. So if you wanted to do some sort of a shaped yoke, you could changing the height of the stitch components that you're using changes the overall size of the flowers. What color is the second color from the bottom in the purple row? This is violet. The purple row is Prince, Lilac, Periwinkle, Indigo, Orchid, Violet, and Eggplant. And so we have 43 colors now of Be So Baby yarn, including 4 new variegated, still on sale for $3.99 a ball. And while I have this super exciting secret that's going to happen today that I can't tell you about till tomorrow, just know that I'm excited, and send me good vibes if you want to. And in a way to celebrate with you, even though I can't literally share it with you just yet, I'm doing a one-day only flash sale of all of the colors of Be So Baby yarn. You can get any color in a bag of 10 for only $31.99. It's a humongous savings, and if you want to celebrate with me, go ahead and grab them. They are going to be available only today. There's a limited number of them, so if you are interested and you want to do that, it's just my way of celebrating with you, because I'm super excited about an opportunity coming my way today, and it's going to come your way tomorrow. I'll be able to share it with you. Probably tomorrow. Don't hold me to it. It might take another. Anyway, that's all I can say about it. But thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the new colors and playing around with how they go together. I hope you enjoyed my little tutorial on delta stitches. You can find more information about that here on my YouTube channel or my website. Remember, the links to everything we talked about, including Be So Baby yarn and the flash sale and the patterns that I'm wearing, are already listed in the video description and the comments below. So you have that information if you need it. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.